All right, so we got the moon in Taurus at the moment. So whenever the moon is basically in Taurus, we are going to basically have this extreme emphasis when it comes to our senses. All of our senses is pretty much highlighted because the moon is exalted in Taurus. So what basically, with that basically being said, that means our moods and who we are on the inside is pretty much getting that charge, just getting that extra traversely instincts. So that means your instincts is gonna be on high. It's gonna be on high alerts. Also, we got the sun in Aries, which is also the sun is also exalted in Aries. So that means the sun and the moon is exalted at the moment. So that means our moods and our actions is gonna basically be at an extreme strong tie when it comes to these emphasis. But it's also gonna be some form of detriment because one sign our actions is impulsiveness. That means we are very direct. Our moods is a form of comfortability, safety, and of course security and patience. Now when we blend in fire with earth, see fire is all about directness. Fire is all about taking charge. Fire don't really care too much about the details or pretty much getting down to earth and practical, which aka Taurus is pretty much where the moon placement right here. But these two signs can pretty much learn from each other. See, Aries can learn how to be more patient and of course more thorough in the practical substances, which Taurus is pretty much the one that's coming into place. And Aries can teach Taurus to get up off your lazy ASS and of course can put yourself out there and of course get off your one too. So we pretty much are in some form of extreme detriment during this time. Beware, be very careful because you can be pretty much doing too much during this time. And you want to pretty much set yourself up for a full moon. For me, and it's not even the full moon yet. So watch out for these energies and how these energies are going to affect you. And we're going to basically run it down real fast and get into these energies because we're also going to basically start experiencing a new another phase of the moon entering the shape and form in Gemini, and of course we're on our last declines of Mars. So we also got Jupiter conjuncting Chiron at the moment. So with Jupiter conjuncting Chiron, that means our experiences is broad during this time when it comes to our traumas and pretty much things that we dealt with in the past. It's going to basically be shaping the form of that, right in our direction. We also got the Sun Spirit Mars. So this is pretty much learning how to take action towards our passions. So we got the Sun in Aries, we got Mars in late degrees cups Cancer. So that pretty much means we need to learn how to be direct when it comes to being learn how to balance it out and learn how to deal with tension, dealing with our actions, passions, and home, family, and comfortability, and safety and security. See, Mars is kind of like sleeping Cancer, so that means our passion is going to be more geared towards home, family, and comfortability, and what makes us safe. We also got the Moon conjunct Venus at the moment. So with the Moon conjunct Venus, that means we're going to be basically reacting to strong values and principles during this time when it comes to our needs and the things that we love and appreciate doing. We also got Moon sextile Saturn at the moment. So we're going to pretty much be reacting to opportunities that's going to be geared towards our reality and bringing structure within our life. We also got the Sun sextile Pluto. So with the Sun sextile Pluto, this is opportunity to take action towards transforming the way we associate ourselves in the world. We also got the Moon square Pluto right now. So that means this is pretty much we're going to be reacting to some form of tensions when it comes to our moods. Our moods going to go through a transformation. So you gotta learn how to react to transforming our feelings in a way. We also got Mars trying Saturn at the moment, so that means we're gonna have this gift to be direct when it comes to our goals, our passions, and our reality. And we're gonna basically put that towards our reality. We also got Mars square Neptune right now, so this is pretty much learn how to direct your passion towards some form of illusions. So learn how to direct your goals, your ambitions towards your dreams. We also got the Sun conjunct Mercury right now, so we're gonna have this strong emphasis to express what's on our mind and put it out there directly and boldly. AKA, we're not gonna beat around the bush when it comes to expressing our mind. We also got Sun conjunct Neptune, so we pretty much gonna be expressing our dreams and imaginations and fantasies during this time as well. We also got the Sun conjunct Chiron, so we're gonna be expressing some form of mistakes, some form of trauma, and some form of healing energy during the time when it comes to our actions. You're gonna have the power to take action towards healing any situations that you had dealt with previously or now. We also got the moon conjunct Uranus. So we're gonna be reacting to some form of unexpected changes when it comes to our uniqueness, our originality, our spiritual purpose, and of course our desires and pleasures. We also got Mercury conjunct Jupiter. So we're gonna have this strong emphasis to direct and expand our mentalities and the way we think, communicate, and analyze our ambitions. We also got Mercury conjunct Chiron at the moment, so we're gonna pretty much go into experiences that's gonna bring mental trauma or experiences that's we're gonna basically be going learning to and learn how to not say it. We're also gonna pretty much go through some situations of pretty much mental trauma during this time, well, past mental trauma that can basically resurface within your mental phrase. We also got Venus conjunct Uranus. So that means we are going to be going through some unexpected changes when it comes to our love matters and the way we gain our safety, security, and money and material matters. Also, we're going to break down the houses wherever you got Taurus at. Now, if you have Taurus in your first house, that means you need to take time and patience towards valuing your five senses and pretty much taking your time when it comes to your safety, security, and stability when it comes to your personal life. What's going to oppose that is going to be someone or something from your seventh house, aka dealing with your relationships and how you relate towards others. South Node and Scorpio. That's where you're going to have your South Node and Scorpio coming to tank with your North Node and Taurus on the sound when it comes to your personal path. So your North Node in Taurus, got the North Node in Taurus, we got Uranus in Taurus, we got the Moon in Taurus, and we got Venus in Taurus. Although your purpose is pretty much value, safety, security, and personal stability when it comes to your life. But your past relationships with people, places, and things that you had is going to come pop back up previously. And it's going to kind of like put you in uncomfortable situations that you're kind of comfortable with versus you want to get on your 1-2, you want to get on your personal life, but you got your relationships coming out of nowhere, and of course, opposing you. So be aware of that. Also, if you have Taurus in your second house, this means you are that means you are if you have Taurus in your second house, you're Aries ascendant. So pretty much you're gonna be placed into a circumstance situation of reacting and responding towards utilizing your five senses geared towards your spiritual purpose, the things you value, love, and appreciate, your uniqueness, originality, and what you are putting your purpose towards. So that's gonna be pretty much taking time when it comes to your stability, your safety, your security, and of course what you stand on and your practical measures and planting seeds in that area. Now, what's going to hold you back is going to be private, past situations and circumstances that you had with a person, place, or thing that you shared assets with, or desires with, or secrets with. They're going to pop back up and, of course, try to take you off your purpose during this time. So be aware of that. If you have Taurus in your third house, you are Pisces ascendant. So that means you need to pretty much, you're going to be reacting and responding towards your five senses geared towards value. You're going to be valuing communication. You're going to be pretty much put in a situation of having your own uniqueness and originality geared towards your communication. You're going to be reacting and responding towards us, your spiritual purpose towards communicating about your environment, your surroundings, things that's in your environment, your surroundings, your roots, your siblings, your neighbors, and people, places, and things that you share daily roots, aspects, and of course conversations with. You're going to be pretty much taking your time with that area and spending time with communicating with these individuals that you have connections with. Now, what's going to oppose you is going to be past belief systems, past spiritual systems, or situations that you have with past experiences that's going to kind of transformational experiences that you had previously basically pop back up and kind of like think with your focus on your way of thinking and communicating on a daily level. Now, if you have Taurus in your fourth house, it's exalted here, so you're going to go to the extremes. So that means you're going to be pretty much be reacting and responding with your five senses geared towards so valuing your uniqueness, your originality, and your purpose towards home, family, privacy, and of course, comfortability. So take time towards being stable, practical, and down to earth when it comes to your home, your roots, your comfortability, your safety, and security. And of course, what's going to oppose you and take you off course is going to be authority, statuses, reputations, and transformations that you had previously with those areas and locations in your charts. That's kind of like throw you off. Now, if you have the moon and Taurus in your fifth house, you are Capricorn ascendant. So that means you pretty much are going to be going through a learning phase on how to react and respond towards your five senses, geared towards bringing some form of fun, entertainment, and enjoyment when it comes to spending time with self-expressions, the areas and locations where you set the stage and how you present yourself. So that's gonna be your focus. So fun, entertainment, and enjoyment, and spending time with that, or you're dealing with your children. Now, what's gonna take you off course is gonna be your past associations that you went to transformations with, that past uniqueness, groups, friends, people that you connected with, they're gonna come take you off tour. Also, if you have the moon and Taurus in your sixth house, you're going to have this gift to react and respond to your own way of being fixated and down to earth and practical when it comes to your work, health routines, and things that you're doing on a day to day basis. You're also going to go through the extreme stages as well because you're also in that exaltation phase. Now, you also will basically be getting opposed by your dreams, your imaginations, and your fantasies. And this is going to be dealing with transformations or power and control or rebirth dreams or dreams that are in situations or circumstance situations of entities trying to take full control of you. So be aware of that. And also, have intent before you pretty much like get in that bed and close your eyes because the last thing you want to basically be doing is going to sleep in a very depressive down state or a situation or a circumstance situation if you're worrying too much. That's how you get sleep paralysis. That's how you also that's how you also speed up your process of getting out of this body permanently. So you want to make sure fulfill your purpose towards things that's going to gear towards you and not situations where you're going to pretty much get thrown off course. Also, if you have Taurus in your seventh house, you're gonna be places into a circumstance situation dealing with oppositions when it comes to your way of being down to earth and practical and reacting and responding towards stable relationships or compromisable relationships. See, the seventh house constellation and Scorpio don't really kind of like mix, so you also go through some form of transformational relationships or relationships where individuals will basically try to be very secretive or may basically try to do some harm or some form of corruption in that relationship. So you're going to be basically placed into a circumstance situation of having your own way of reacting and responding towards down to earth and practicality and stability, towards value in relationships, having your own unique way of pretty much presenting your relationships, and of course, having a purpose towards how you can utilize your relationships and how you're going to pretty much formulate new relationships with people, places, and things. What's going to oppose you is going to be your personality, your personal aspects, or a person, place, a thing that's within your personal life, kind of like pretty much throw you off on something. So be careful with you mixing and mingling your energy with. It's the salt and pepper is not how far from you. It's it's in the kitchen. So you gotta do is pretty much put that salt and pepper down, make sure nobody come around you ever again, especially if they don't really have you or them in your best interest. Also, if you have Taurus in your eighth house, already by default, Taurus don't even like being in this house, so you also go to some form of detriments when it comes to this circumstance situation. And you a Libra ascendant, so by default, you're already dealing with the 180 every single day. So in this house right here, you need to be basically reacting and responding towards private ways of being down to earth and practical when it comes to your assets, your money, your resources, your material, and of course, who you are sharing intimacy with. You're also going to be basically going through some unexpected changes when it comes to your privacy. You're also going to have a purpose to pretty much put yourself out there and, of course, chase that purpose and, of course, chase your North Node aspect. And also, you're going to be placed into a situation of value and privacy or secrecy on this time. So, yeah, you're going to go through some transformations during this time when it comes to your privacy and try to stay there until you come up during this time. And what's going to basically oppose you is going to be someone or something when it comes to your values, when it comes to your money, when it comes to your security, when it comes to things at surface level. So be aware of surface level individuals that you had previous transformations with, good or bad. That's gonna basically resurface. That's gonna play out those energies that can kind of like throw you off towards planting good seeds in your eighth house. Now, if you have Taurus in your ninth house, you're gonna be placed into a circumstance situation of reacting and responding towards valuing and having your own unique and originality and your purpose geared towards to taking your time when it comes to your experiences, your belief, your principles, your moralities, your ethic codes, and of course what you stand for, and of course what you're trying to learn when it comes to your studies. Who and what's going to basically oppose you and take you off course is going to be someone or something that you had a transformation with, whether it could be a sibling, a neighbor, the way you think, the way you communicate, who you surround yourself with, or it could be a neighbor. But be aware, these individuals are going to have some secrecy towards your experiences during this time. So be aware who you with. Make sure What you're doing is getting away, far away from individuals that don't support your higher ethics or your higher way of pretty much expanding. I mean, also, if you have Taurus in your 10th house, you're going to be placed into a circumstance situation of having the gift, but also you're going to be going through some unexpected changes when it comes to your ways of being down to earth and practical and fixated, dealing with your safety, security, and social status, and what you're known for and who you are. You're gonna go through some changes in that area, but you're also gonna have your own unique way of being down there. But you also need to put yourself into a situation of having your own unique and original way of being down there for practical when it comes to your status, career, and goals. Also, you need to set your intentions and your life purpose and your expansion and your growth towards your status and career and goals. And also, you need to pretty much value, love, and appreciate your status, career, and goals during this time, no matter what it looks like. Even if it look horrible, even if it look worse, you still need to put some form of connection, put some form of color into it. For me, shape it up, and of course, add that rainbow to it and make it look very beautiful. Now, what's going to oppose you and take you off course is going to be someone or something that's dealing with your home, family, privacy, or comfortability. Watch out for home, family, and privacy during this time. They can be very secretive when it comes to your status and, of course, your reputation. This could be good, this could be bad. Or you could be basically the one that's playing out these representations. But be aware of that. Someone that you feel comfortable around. Kind of like, get very uncomfortable during this time with how you set yourself off or how you present yourself. Also, if you have Taurus in your 11th house, it's kind of like pretty much exalted here. But you also need to learn how to put yourself into situations and circumstances of learning how to react and respond towards fixated and stable ways dealing with your associations. This house right here, you're very stubborn. You're very double stubborn, so nobody can really tell you anything. You may basically hold on to a whole lot of associates, a whole lot of friends, a whole lot of groups, a whole lot of acquaintances. You basically don't know how to let go. Watch out. Don't allow these individuals to pretty much take advantage of you. You also pretty much need to value and to love and appreciate spending time towards your groups, associations, and your affairs and how you connect with them. You also need to pretty much have your own unique and original way of formulating your groups. And you also need to put some form of purpose or some growth towards getting your groups and your organizations ready to pretty much go to the next level. What's going to take you off course and what's going to oppose you is going to be your hobbies, your love, your romance, your children, your fun, your entertainment, your enjoyment, and of course your excitement and your inner child, aka your self-centeredness. So you may basically want to be you may basically want to have some form of excitement going on, but of course your groups and your associations is going to be your focus point. So try to balance these two out. This way you don't have a situation, circumstance, dealing with resentment. And last but not least, if you have Taurus in your 12th house, you need to be reacting and responding towards being fixated and down to earth and practical when it comes to your spirituality, when it comes to you connecting with God, the God of you, and the spiritual realm, and also your dreams, fantasies, and imaginations. Of course, getting sleep. You need to get a whole lot of rest. And also, you need to be valuing, and appreciating and loving what you're doing when it comes to your dreams and what you do behind the scenes. And also, you need to pretty much have your own unique and original way of being down there for practical, fixated on your dreams and imaginations. Also, you need to put some form of spiritual purpose and of course, intent gears towards your North Node dealing with your Taurus constellation. Now, what's going to oppose you and take you off course is going to be people, places, and things in your sixth house. What does that mean? Customers, your work, your health, your routine, and also past circumstance situations dealing with your sixth house, aka the Scorpio side. It's going to kind of like take control over that area. So basically, how can I say this? You may basically go to sleep, you may have a dream that's opposing you. That's going to be something that someone that you have a connection with when it comes to your work, when it comes to where you work at, your 9 to 5. That now your dream of Taurus in the 12th house and that dream of Scorpio in the 6th house is kind of gonna get intertwined with each other, where it may be a situation where you may basically have a bad dream, or you may have an opposition in your work field that's gonna come in your dream. That's gonna oppose you. So that's gonna pretty much an example of what you pretty much may basically experience during that time. Everybody different. But they may play out differently when it comes to the degrees and the constellation. That's basically the energies of the moon and Taurus. We're gonna get into the tarot reading, of course. We also gonna break down more of these energies of what's going on when it comes to Pluto and Aquarius and Saturn and Pisces and your karma, basically. Because what you do now is what's going to affect you long term.